Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Newton, back with another reading. This is gonna be an all signs reading. I'm gonna be asking the question, what are the feelings about you right now? Hey, what's up, Naya? What's up, Kimmy? Hey, the Empress. What's up? What's up, Sabrina? Yeah, you haven't been early in a while, huh? All right. What's up, Paradise? Yeah, hell yeah. I was going to do it a little earlier, but then I had a couple of personal readings come back to back, so I was like, oh shit, let me get these out the way. And then after I do the personal readings, I got to do a little decompressing, sitting back for a second. Now I'm here. Okay. Oh, you had the wrong page? All right. Let me see. Channel. What's up, Majesty? All right. So we're going forward today, too, y'all. We're going forward. We're going forward today. All right. So let's get started. Hey, Melanie. Lovely people. Okay, so boom. Aries. How are they feeling about you right now? What are their feelings about you? Let me see. Okay, the moon. You got the moon in reverse, though. Chariot in reverse. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Okay, I see where we're going. So they may be afraid that this isn't going to go anywhere because you're already being invested in or given to. So they may be losing hope of anything happening between y'all, or anything going too far. Yeah, Page of Cups. They're kind of shy with y'all. So they may feel like you're not really that fond of them. Yeah, they kind of feel like you're being given to by other people, or you're investing in other people. Some of y'all, now for some of y'all, this could kind of go both ways. So one of y'all, they feel like there's a status between y'all. So either they have more to offer than you do, or you have more to offer than they do. So they kind of feel like that's why it won't go anywhere. But they feel like you guys may be very arrogant or very like confident, overly confident, because maybe you have like status, money, resources. Maybe you have a little bit of like star potential or star quality. Maybe you're kind of popular in that light. But they kind of feel like it won't happen. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Page of Cups. Yeah, they're a little afraid to even express themselves. Like they want to fill you out, so they kind of feel like they're trying to like see if you're even fond of them, if you even look at them in that light. Could be done with a Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces. So their fears are getting the best of them at this point. They may feel like it won't go anywhere. That's really what it is. They don't feel like they have any control or any like say so about the direction of the relationship, and they feel like it's because other people are given to you guys, or because you guys are, yeah, it's most likely because they feel like you guys are being given to by other people, or it's because they're being given to by other people, but they still kind of like have their hand out, like wanting something from you. You know what I mean? So even if other people are investing in them, they still kind of keep out hope of something happening between y'all. They don't really know what to say with y'all. They're afraid to take a risk. They're afraid to be the one to like maybe kind of like lay their cards on the table. So some of y'all are kind of waiting on you, kind of, you know what I mean? Like they feel like you're not the most friendly with them as like you used to be, or as let's say, if you used to know this person, they feel like you're not that friendly, not that social. It's kind of uncomfortable for them to like start the conversation up, or like to figure out the words to say to you. So they may feel like there's some of y'all. They may feel like they're just a little. They're being immature, or that you are, and that might be what's holding up the relationship. Like maybe because you're not really investing as serious as they hoped you would. So some of y'all, they kind of feel like it's a wish that won't be fulfilled. Like they may be losing hope of it ever becoming anything. You know what I mean? Like they had a lot of expectations of this becoming something. Like they wanted to invest in it more seriously. But then at the same time, with the Ten of Swords reversed, they kind of feel like you guys keep running into the same obstacles or the same troubles, same conversations, keep bringing up the same shit, the same issues, the same stuff happens. So like if you guys have an ending, it's the same ending. If you guys have a breakup, it's the same breakup. If you guys have an argument, it's the same argument. Like they kind of feel annoyed. They get annoyed sometimes by y'all, like maybe by your naivete. Like you're not, maybe you're like, I don't know. They kind of feel like you're foolish at times. Like you're just a little bit like impulsive, just kind of go off and just do whatever. So they almost kind of feel like I'm gonna say that they don't feel like they have any control because of that. Like you just kind of do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. So yeah, they really feel like they're kind of like fearing that this won't go anywhere because you're invested elsewhere, or because they're invested elsewhere. But like I don't know why they would fear that if they're invested elsewhere. So I don't know. They just they're afraid to take a risk. That's really it. Because they feel like it would be kind of foolish to take a risk with you, or it'd be foolish to kind of go all out with you. That's what they feel like. It would be foolish for me to just kind of go all out and really kind of put something solid behind this. So yeah, but I guess I would say that they're paying attention to who gives to you, or who like interacts with you, or who like they're paying attention to you, but like in a nonchalant way. So it would almost appear as if they're not really watching, or they're not really paying attention, or as if they don't really care. That's the feeling. It's like I don't really care, but it's like an illusion because the moon starts off first. So it's really just an illusion. They still care. So it's like they keep tab, but it'd be like I'm not like here and there. It fluctuates. Like some days they're obsessed about it. Other days they don't really care about it. You know what I mean? It's just like a pass. Sometimes the emotions are like a passion fancy for this person, because we don't have any cups other than the moon, and the moon is obscurity. Even Ten of Wands. So they're afraid to be the one that like puts too much pressure or like obligations into the relationship. They know what I mean? So that they may feel like like they would be obligated. I think that's what it is. They want you to be more persistent though. Like this is somebody who's afraid to ask for you to be more persistent, or afraid to bring up an issue between y'all. Yeah, they're just too intimidated to really have like a real serious conversation with you, or a real sit down, or they feel you are. And they feel like you're too intimidated to have a real talk, a real conversation, a real sit down. So that's why they don't want to take the risk, because they don't want to look dumb. Oh, okay. Okay. So they may even kind of question their feelings for y'all too. They may even kind of wonder if it's even that deep. Like maybe I'm tripping. Like they kind of feel foolish. Like, man, like I'm tripping. Maybe I don't even care as much as I do. Like maybe this is just like infatuation. They try to wash their feelings away. Yeah. They try to wash their feelings away. Some of y'all, they feel like they're not popular enough. Or they feel like you're not popular enough. It's one of the two. But I kind of feel like they feel like they're not popular enough. All right. And if they feel like you're not popular enough, then they feel like they're better than you. Or they feel like they have more to offer than you. Like they're a status ahead of you. Status may play a part in this situation. That might be it too. So it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys use them as a leg up. Like you use them to like, maybe like get, I don't know, attention from other people, or people like them, or some of y'all, they're looking at you as a leg up to like get them out there to be seen. You know what I mean? To like maybe even for them to see better opportunities or options. So something like that. Anyway, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. You say he already shown me who he was for years. I don't chase no more. Oh, he's my friends with benefits and acts. I mean, you know, he's just a friend then. He's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. All right, so Taurus, let's see what's up right quick. Let's see what's up. All right, so Taurus, what are the feelings for you right now? Of course, thank you. Let me see, what are the feelings for you right now, Taurus? King of Wands in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse too. So, Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. That's too many. I'm gonna leave that. That's too many. I can tell you right off the bat, though, they kind of feel like you guys aren't really interested in them, that you guys be avoiding them. Could be dealing with Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius. They feel like you guys don't find them to be attractive, or you're not really attracted to them. Like you're not really pressed, or really like, they really feel like you're just not interested, like you avoid them. Or they kind of feel like you're a player, you're sneaky, so they avoid you. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Magician in reverse. So they really feel like you're sneaky, very slick. They also kind of feel like you always have a plan. They feel like you're only trying to, some of y'all, they kind of feel like you guys are either trying to use them just like for sex or for like one night stands, or you're trying to use them for superficial reasons. Because I got the High Priestess here too. They feel like you guys are trying to use them for superficial reasons. They can't really read you or really tell like why you're into them, if you're really attracted to them. Like they feel like you guys passively aggressively like pursue them, or passive, like maybe, yeah, they kind of feel like they're not getting your attention by the way that they're going about it. So the way they're trying to like put in effort with the relationship, they feel like you're not acknowledging it, you're not noticing it, you're not noticing them. So they kind of feel like you're superficial, very vain. You try to keep it with unrealistic standards and beauty, or you're attracted to unrealistic standards when it comes to like, if you're a man, they think that you're attracted to like more superficial, high class, this type of look, you know what I mean, thickest, slimmest, prettiest, you know what I mean, handsomest, tallest, richest. They kind of feel like you're into like more superficial pleasures. Like you're only interested if they can do something for you, or if there's some of y'all, if they're spending money. They also kind of feel like you make it seem like you guys are like building stability, or getting to something, some type of point. Like they kind of feel like you guys are only going to be good for the honeymoon stage, or you're only around for the honeymoon stage, like the best parts. You know what I mean? Other than that, you don't really like. You're not there for the, I don't know, for the hard work, or for like really putting in any real effort. They feel like you avoid having to really put in any effort. What's up, see Matt? They feel like you guys avoid putting any real effort or trying to progress the relationship between y'all. So that's why they feel like you guys are very superficial. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. They feel like you guys are juggling them or playing games. Could be doing with the Capricorn. Like it's hard for them to really tell. Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Libra, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Leo. So they're trying to figure out how to get you to like put in some real effort. That's how they feel. Like, how can I come up with a plan or a strategy to get you to put in more effort? Like, because they can't really tell. Are you attracted to me? Are you into me? Like, they want you to kind of like make it more obvious. That's how they feel. I need you to make it more obvious that you're really trying to like build a connection or build this relationship up. Now, some of y'all, they do kind of feel like you guys have like built up some type of like regimen, or some type of foundation between y'all. You know, but they're also trying to take it to the next level, or take it in another direction. So some of y'all, they're trying to take it into a more romantic direction, because they kind of feel like you're not really interested or attracted to them. So that's what they're trying to figure out with the Seven of Swords. Subtly, they're trying to kind of figure it out. Like, are you still into me? Are you still passionate towards me? Are you still devoted towards me? Because some of y'all, they feel like you guys are just very sneaky, very like player-like, maybe out, like I said, out for the best that you can get. You know what I mean? Not really looking to build deep bonds or connections with anybody. You know, you're very elusive. You know what I mean? They kind of feel like you're sought after by a lot of people, so that makes you very like overly arrogant or overly confident at times because you already know a lot of people want you. So that's why they kind of feel like you keep up with like unrealistic standards when it comes to beauty or when it comes to attractiveness, or you know what I mean, like you're into more shallow features with your partners. You know what I mean, like not really trying to build a real loving connection or bond. You know what I mean, like they feel like it would be only temporary if you guys did do that, because you're always trying to create something new or always trying to like go in another direction or see if there's something else out there. They kind of feel like you're always strategizing or planning to see if there's something else out there. They feel like you get really, really distracted really quick too. So they feel like you may be dating around a lot. Yeah, they kind of feel like like you're being pursued or chased a lot, or like you're pursuing and chasing a lot of people a lot. They really do feel like y'all be players. You know what I mean? And sneaky. Like your moves are like you cover your tracks really well. They feel like you cover. They feel like you cover your tracks really well. You know what I mean? Like and you guys like deflect a lot. So you deflect. Like when they bring stuff up, you deflect. Like, oh no, it's this, it's that. Oh no, you did this, or like you deflect a lot. They feel like you deflect a whole lot. You know what I mean? When it comes to like getting an answer or getting any clear direction from you or clear communication from you, you don't do any of that. Like you don't give them anything like they can really like work with. That's what they feel like. They feel like you're not giving them anything that they can really work with. Like the conversation isn't really like giving them anything that they can really like read into. So it's kind of hard. So maybe you are coming off as like they say they feel like it's passive aggressive. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're really devoted, they kind of feel like you sometimes are devoted or sometimes give like interest, but they feel like it's enough just to kind of like lead them on. You know what I mean? So some of y'all they feel like you just do a good job of making it seem like you're invested and that you're really putting in some type of effort to get to know them on a deeper level, but they kind of feel like not really. They kind of feel like they need to make other plans or like figure things out for themselves because you're not like going to be one of those partners who stay devoted or stay loyal. So yeah, that's about it. They like having you around though, or they like being around you. I will say that. I do got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands does mean that they want to meet up with y'all though. They want to meet up with y'all, but I think the meeting up with you is to kind of see how you feel about them, like just to kind of feel the vibe. Because the High Priestess, like they want to be able to trust their instincts in this moment. So it's really like I want to be around you so I can just see like how do you act, how are you gonna act when you're around me. You know what I mean? So they can kind of like gauge it or like maybe kind of pick up some type of signs or signals or see something. Like I need to see something. They need to see something from you. And they feel like you avoid maybe conflict or having like discussions with them or like saying too much. Like you try not to say a lot with them. So it's kind of hard for them to really kind of pinpoint or pin you down and like figure you out. They feel like you're an enigma. Like you come if you're a woman, you come off as like kind of aggressive, but all like in a male way, but like passive aggressive. Like you may like hint at stuff, say stuff in a way that maybe alludes to maybe meaning more. And if you're a man and they think you read more into what they be saying, you know what I mean? And that maybe also kind of like keeps you from maybe pushing forward or taking action on a relationship because they feel like some of y'all, they feel like you just be missing it. Like you just be missing what they're saying because they're trying to say something to you, but they feel like you're just missing it. Like, you're only seeing what you're seeing or you're only coming for what you're coming for. So it's one of those. All right. So they kind of feel like after you get what you want, then you be gone, or you be on your way out, or you know what I mean. Like you're only there for a fun time, not a long time. Is what they really feel about you. All right, could be a Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo. All right. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys got like a side guy, side girl, or somebody that you guys are dealing with that you guys keep hidden. Somebody who's around, Mr., Mistress, somebody like that. They feel like you guys got somebody else. That's why you guys aren't really devoted or aren't really like interested in pursuing a relationship any further than where you guys have already gotten to. That's why they kind of feel like you guys are cocky. Like you're attractive, so you just be attracting people, and they feel like you're always looking elsewhere, always looking forward for something new, a new opportunity. So. All right. Damn, Gemini. How are they feeling about y'all? Six of Wands, King of Cups in reverse. They miss y'all attention. They miss y'all attention, for real. Alright, let me see. So it could be a Leo, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, possibly Aquarius. We got Leo in reverse. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So they feel like you guys aren't really attracted to them anymore. Alright, they feel like you guys have gotten your confidence up, or you guys are now more, I don't know, like self-assured. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. They feel like the tables are turned with y'all, and now you guys aren't as attracted or aren't as passionate with them anymore. They kind of feel like it was. I don't know. They feel like eventually. Oh yeah, they feel like they're seeing the real you now. So they really feel like you were emotionally manipulative. That you were only like dealing with them while it was favorable for you, or this person feels like you only deal with them because it's favorable for you. Like maybe it makes you look good. So it could be a Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, or they only deal with you because it makes them look good. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords in reverse. So they feel like you guys judge them a lot. Like you don't respond to them the way that they would like you to respond to them. You're very vindictive. So two queens in reverse, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords in reverse, they can feel like you're angry with them, or you resent them, or they resent you, and they're angry with you because of the way that things turned out. Like they kind of feel like you're not really fond of them. Like you guys have this air of disdain or resentment towards them. You also feel like you could do better. So they feel like that's what they really feel like. What's up there, Michaela? They feel like you could do better. So that's why I feel like you're overly confident, too self-assured at this moment, and they feel like you're used to this type of attention, or you're used to being admired and like put on a pedestal or treated better than others. So they feel like they see who the real you is now. The moon is here though too. Like you, so they feel like you put on a facade of like being like down to earth, relatable, really chill, maybe even kind of deeply spiritual. You know what I mean? Or like yeah, like deeply spiritual in some lights. But they kind of feel like that's a facade. That's not really who you are. They feel like they're seeing who the real you is now. Like it's now coming out. Like you're very strategic. You plan out this stuff. They feel like you planned all this out, or you thought this all out in some way. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys were like intending to hurt them, or intending to like, maybe like play with their feelings. King of Cups ain't always a play with their feelings type of person, but it's somebody who's not really emotionally ready for this yet. Like I don't really want that yet. I want some of the perks of a relationship, but like I don't want to like have to really be involved in the relationship in the way you want me to. So some of y'all, either they feel like they don't want to be that way, or they feel that's how you are, where you don't want to really be all the way emotionally involved in a relationship. You just want the validation or the perks of being in the connection. You know what I mean? Maybe the dates, maybe the admiration, the text, maybe the gifts, maybe like the random like get-togethers. Maybe sex, because Queen of Wands could be the Queen of one-night stands. So some of y'all into the Queen of Cups in reverse. I mean, King of Cups in reverse. So yeah, a lot of them, they feel like you guys aren't really ready for a relationship. Like you guys are really just maybe, again, very similar to Taurus. You guys are like looking for the best that you can get, or looking for what benefits you the most. Like you're only in the connection because it benefits you more, or you only want the relationship because you could benefit from it. So that's what they feel about you. So they may feel like you're a gold digger. Some of y'all, they may feel like you guys are gold diggers, or yeah, like either gold diggers or just keep a lot of secrets. You know what I mean? Not really ready for a relationship. That's what they feel like. You're not really ready for a relationship. You do a lot of criticizing, complaining. You're not really receptive to their feelings and their emotions. It's sometime when you do. Like when you do listen to their feelings and emotions, it's because you want something in return. Maybe because you want them to like, maybe because you want to be able to vent to them, or you want to be able to share something about what you got going on. And then when they try to share it to you, you kind of come off as elusive, not really caring. Oh, okay. Giving them like oh, okay. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they kind of just feel like you're just around for the benefits, the perks of them being there for you and being emotionally like, mature, emotionally receptive to you, but you're not going to be that way with them. So you really feel like you don't care for them. If I'm really being honest, but with the moon here, they don't really know. Like this, they feel like, so they kind of wonder like, am I judging this too harshly am I judging this person too harshly? Like, am I thinking this too bad about Cancer? I mean, I said about Cancer. Am I thinking too badly about Gemini? You know what I mean? Or am I like, misjudging this situation? So they may be kind of wondering within themselves, are they misjudging it? Because they feel like they're seeing the real you. Like they feel like a mask or a facade that you were holding up has come down, and like now I know what you're on now. So they kind of feel like they got you pegged. Like I figured out what you're really on right now. So they really want to have a talk with you. The next interaction they have, they would like to have a talk with you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they kind of feel like, what's the point? Like, they feel like they wouldn't get much clarity from you. And they kind of feel like you would just brush it off as like it's no big deal. So like you're very, I'm not gonna say carefree, but they kind of feel like even if I brought it up, you would just kind of like either you would make like, I don't know, try to make sense of it for them, or like, you know, maybe like create some broader picture, maybe bring up something that they've said or what they've done. Like Queen of Swords could be bitter and like vindictive. So like they feel like if they would express how they feel, then all of a sudden you'd be like, well, since we're speaking on how we feel, I feel that you were, you know what I mean? So now all of a sudden you want to express how you feel when it was like you could have been said that. So that's how they feel. Like now all of a sudden, like if they say how they feel, then you're gonna want to say how you feel, and it's going to basically disregard whatever they feel. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like, well, what's the point of saying anything? You know what I mean? Because it's just basically a battle of feelings. It's just a battle of feelings, like, you know what I mean? But they do it like interacting with y'all. They find y'all to be attractive. They just think that y'all not really attracted to them. So there's like a jealousy or like a frustration with you because of the interactions that you guys have. Like they feel like you don't really like give them the attention that they want. Maybe you don't flatter them. Maybe they feel like you don't like them. You know, again, it's like they kind of feel like you just don't care. You're not really interested in them. They're not really attracted to you. Like they feel like you just be around them because there's perks. There's perks to being with them. You know what I mean? Like there's a benefit to being with them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're generous. You know what I mean? Maybe they be, I don't know, like they could kind of feel like things are going your way right now. So that's why you're acting this way. Like, oh, you want, you know, maybe even like on your high horse in some way. Like, oh, things are going well for you, so now you're acting this way. So they feel like you might have flipped the script on them, and now you're acting real cocky and real arrogant and like, you know what I mean, like just full of yourself at this moment. So some of y'all, they feel like you're really, really just full of yourself, maybe because of your appearance. You know what I mean? Maybe some of y'all have somebody who like some of y'all, yeah, maybe because of the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. This can sometimes be like an affair, or people who are open to affairs, so they kind of feel like you have an affair or having somebody else in your life that's making you feel this way. That's why you're able to like act the way that you're acting. You know what I mean? Like somebody's pumped your head up. They feel like somebody's pumped your head up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be somebody who's a little older, somebody who's like, I don't know, giving to you, and you're not like maybe don't share the same sentiments or emotions. They feel like that person's gassed you up or has hyped you up and made you feel that way, that like you're more deserving. You know what I mean? Not saying you're not deserving, but that's just how they feel. Like somebody's hyped you and made you think that you need to get more, you deserve more. You know what I mean? Or you should, I don't know, you need more admiration or something like that. So they kind of feel like you like feel like you're deserving of more attention from them, of their attention, their admiration, their flattery, and all that. So yeah, it's just the way they're viewing you now. Their perspective of you has changed now, as you as somebody who's really not emotionally like aware of others. You're not really receptive to the feelings and like emotional responses of others. You're not somebody they can trust with their feelings. So could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Pisces, Leo, Sag, Libra, Cancer, Pisces. All right. They do fantasize about being able to like cut you off and not like and ignore you. You know what I mean? But like they be like to them, you're very attractive. So it's hard for them to like not look at you, to not pay attention to you. You know what I mean? To not like want to talk to you, to not want to like, they really want to cuss y'all out. Some of y'all, they really want to cuss y'all out and like give you a piece of their mind. You know what I mean? And they feel like maybe that would make them feel better. Like just kind of like say what they've always wanted to say, but they don't even know if it would even matter to you. Like even if I did say all that, maybe she don't even care or he don't even care. Like so, you know what I mean? They feel like you're that cocky. Like so, oh okay. You know what I mean? So, all right. Let me see. Cancer. All right, Cancer. What are the feelings about you right now? Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles. So Ten of Swords in reverse. So Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys ended the connection because other people are giving to y'all. Or yeah, other people are investing in you, or because you guys, yeah, it's more likely they feel like either you guys keep going over the same relationship, the same issues, the same troubles, or keep having the same endings because you're having somebody else that's given to y'all. So they feel like there's a difficulty like communicating with you, talking to you, getting through to you, because they feel like you're also being given to by other people. Like other people are probably giving to them behind their back. They may feel like you're doing something like to betray them. You know, to betray their trust. Could be dealing with Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer. All right. So that's really what it is. They feel like that's what's like, I don't know, some of y'all holding y'all back is that other people are giving to y'all, or that you guys ended a relationship with them so that other people could give to you. So that you could maybe so that you can invest in another relationship. Yeah, we got the death here. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys just ended a relationship out of nowhere because somebody else is giving to y'all, or because you're invested elsewhere. Could be dealing with Scorpio. Two of Cups. Yeah, they I'm telling y'all, they feel like y'all ended a relationship for another relationship. So they feel like you guys are having issues talking, communicating, getting through to each other because you have another relationship. Like they feel like, and if you don't have another relationship, then they're feeling like it's hard to talk to you and get on the same page with you because this relationship hasn't gone to the next level yet. So like they feel like you have these expectations that may be a little bit unrealistic at this point for y'all to like connect or build. You know what I mean? And it could be maybe because of status. Maybe they have a little bit more. Maybe you have a little bit more. Because that Six of Pentacles was there with the Ten of Swords, which could just be like limiting factors, limiting. And maybe it's in status. Maybe it's in our values, what we value. Like y'all may have opposing values, like what you think is like worth time, energy, investment, like what you want maybe from a relationship, the things that you spend your time on. Like they kind of feel like you guys don't have those same things together or in alignment. Or the like the way that you guys would invest into a relationship, they kind of feel like it wouldn't be reciprocated in the same light. Because some of y'all, they feel like you're being given to by other people, so they kind of feel like whatever I give you, is going to go in one hand and out the other. You know what I mean? Because like you're probably not going to appreciate it. You know what I mean? And if I were to talk to you or bring it up, it's just going to lead back to the same shit that we always say anyway. Ten of Swords in reverse is just beating a dead horse, beating around the bush. We keep saying the same dumb shit over and over again. So like they feel like you guys need to end. You guys need to end the relationship so that way they I guess maybe so you can have a little bit of time apart, and then so that way you can come back and have a heart to heart. Because the Two of Cups is here with the Three of Swords. So I do feel like they want to have a heart to heart with you guys, but I feel like it's either after a relationship ends. So maybe after your relationship ends and maybe they get another one, or after your relationship, after the relationship that you may have ends, or that they may have ends, and they feel like you guys could have a talk. Like you guys can like maybe transition the relationship or move it to the next level. But they feel like there has to be a deep talk or a moment of vulnerability between y'all in order for you guys to get on the same page. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they feel like you guys just ended it because you guys found somebody that you guys have more chemistry with, or more compatibility with, or somebody who's a little bit more generous than them, or something like that. Something like that. Like they really feel like there's a difficulty getting what they need from the relationship. You know what I mean? So Ten of Swords could just be a blockage. It could be, you know what I mean? It could be an obstacle that's in the way. The obstacle that I really feel like is another relationship. In their mind, if you ended one, it's because it's another relationship or another person that's involved. And if you weren't in a relationship, then they really feel like there's a relationship that's keeping you guys from moving forward, and that's the blockage. That's what's in the way. It's creating interference or creating some type of difficulty getting on the same page, or having clear communication, or like emotion, or like being able to exchange like how we feel about the relationship or how we feel about each other. Yeah, Four of Swords, they think about it a lot. Seven of Swords, they think about it. So it's a Four of Swords and a Three of Swords, which gives me like a Seven of Swords. So they feel like you guys are avoiding like being vulnerable, or avoiding trying to create the outcome that they want to see in the relationship. Like you're avoiding it. Like you're not trying to, I guess it's subtly. They feel like subtly you're giving them signs in their mind that somebody else is involved. That's what I'm saying. So like forget all other shit, because the Ten of Swords is basically just, it's like beating around the bush. They're saying a bunch of shit that doesn't matter, because really what they're thinking is you have somebody else. There's got to be somebody else that you're involved with, or somebody who you're connected to emotionally. That's why you and I haven't gotten past a certain point, or that's why we're not able to, or that's why we end it, because you had other people, or there's other people somewhere that you're being given to, or you're giving to, investing in. That's what it is. Or that they are. Maybe that's what it is. It could be that they feel that way too, or they could feel like, yeah, maybe it's that way too. It could be that way too. Like they have somebody and you're not wanting to invest, or you feel like they're investing in other people. So that's why you maybe, some of y'all could, that maybe why you ended the relationship. So that could even be that too. But anyway, with Ten of Swords, they feel like it's a complex situation. It's a difficult situation for them to really like wrap their head around. You know what I mean? You made a big impact in their life though with the death here. You made a big impact in their life. You changed their romantic. Like what they want in relationships, or you transform whatever it was that they wanted in relationships. It's like they don't want the same things that they wanted in relationships anymore. Like their relationship, they feel like your relationship styles or your relationships are going through a transformation in general. The relationship itself is going through a big transformation. So maybe y'all come back together. Three of Swords, like if we talk about it, maybe we can come back together. But they don't feel capable enough of like finding the words just yet to express like what's on their mind or what's in their heart. So they want to have it, but like they feel like it's too hard to do that. It's too hard to kind of pick up the conversation and say what I need to say, or it's too hard to pick up the phone and like get through to you. So some of y'all, maybe y'all block them, or it's just, I don't know, just a difficulty just getting out what y'all really mean to each other. So maybe it could be even like intimidation. Maybe it could be intimidation because like you have a big impact on this person or a big influence over this person's feelings and emotions. So I feel like you would. So if they feel like you guys were one of the most serious partners or one of the most serious relationships, like, or intense relationships that they had. So I will say that. So it could sometimes with the Scorpio, it could just be like silent, like a silent influence over them that they aren't really aware of. So maybe it's that. Yeah. But I do know that they want to share of themselves with you. But with the Seven of Cups here, yeah, they really feel like you guys don't know what you want. Like you guys are non-committal. You guys kind of play up things, maybe make up these stories or paint these illusions. They feel like they're the best option that you got though, but they kind of feel like that you maybe are tempted elsewhere or fall into temptation. They feel like you would. They feel like there's another relationship is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They feel like there's another relationship and that you guys would fall into temptation or fall into some like maybe like fall for something glittery or something new or something like that. Because the Seven of Cups, like you don't really know what you want, so you're really available to like whatever is out there. And with the Seven of Swords, and with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, you kind of feel like you're very sneaky and very manipulative. You can make things look a certain way and do a good job of covering your tracks, so like they can't really find it or catch you in the act. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Like they feel like they wouldn't be able to like follow up and catch you even if you were doing whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? You do a good job of making it seem like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't talk to nobody. I'm always home. I'm just, you know what I mean? They kind of feel like that. Like you be making up these falsified stories or these like weird scenarios for some of y'all to go kind of like sneak off and do what you want to do. So maybe you guys kind of create arguments or disagreements and then go off and disappear for a second and come back. You know what I mean? Because it kind of gives a vibe of like being sneaky, you know, but I can't catch you. I can't catch you. I know that you be doing something, but like, I don't know what you be doing. So it's like, you just make it look like you're not doing nothing. You just make it look like you don't got no other options or you're not talking to nobody. They just feel like you're very like, you know, very strategic with them. And the way that you present yourself, you present these illusions or these fairy tales or these fantasies and, you know what I mean? You just be coming up with these like weird, like maybe it's like lies on demand or like scenarios on demand. Like you just have like the right story for the right moment. That's how they feel. Like you're very strategic. You got the right story for the right moment or the right excuse for the right moment. That's how they feel about y'all. But like they feel deeply about you too, though. So anyway, some of y'all, they wanted this relationship to go to the next level in commitment, but they kind of feel like you got too many other choices or options, or you don't really see them as a viable option. So it's not really that. Now, some of y'all, this may be in the other direction where this is somebody who really like falls for shiny things. They're really into like checking their options, dating, flirting, you know what I mean? Maybe even being promiscuous a little bit. They just like to play, they like to flirt, they like to like test their options or try their options out. You know what I mean? So they could be sneaky. So this person maybe you feel like they were sneaky or something. It could be either which way, one of them ways. I'm not trying to get confused because that's the vibe I was getting of like this person trying to like lead you astray or deflect a lot. They may feel like you deflect a lot too. So that might be like what it is. You guys may be mirroring each other with the Two of Cups. That's some of the lesser energy. It's like the Lovers. So you guys may be mirroring each other with like looking at each other and like maybe, oh, they're being sneaky. Oh, they're being deceptive. Oh, I can't trust them. They kind of feel this way about you. They feel the same way about you. Like you avoid them, you avoid telling them the truth or telling them what's really going on. Like you just be saying a bunch of shit. To them, it's like a bunch of shit that don't really matter. You're making it up in their mind. You're making it up. You're a good storyteller. You just happen to know what to say. That's what they really think about you. All right, so it could be a Libra, Sag, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer, Libra, Taurus. Yeah, Libra, Taurus. They really feel like y'all are heartbreakers. You know what I mean? They really feel like y'all are some heartbreakers. Or you really disappointed them. You really hurt them. Because they kind of felt like this was going to be a relationship that was going to be like impactful in their life or go to the next level. All right. So Leo, how do they feel about y'all? 10 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Some of y'all, they want to get their hands dirty with the relationship with y'all. They like to build some type of relationship with y'all. You said I'll break something. We know you will. We know you will, Kimmy. Can't trust them Cancers around like anything delicate. All right, so okay, how do they feel about y'all? That you guys are very independent. They also feel like you guys can be very useful, but also they feel like it's kind of hard to tell how you really feel about them. Like they feel like you encourage them at times, but you could be moody, sometimey. So it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, Pisces, Sag. So there's somebody who wants your affection right now. They want to like hug on y'all, kiss on y'all right now. So right now they're feeling like in love with y'all, enamored by y'all. Find you guys to be very attractive, very appealing. They also feel like a lot of people got their eyes on you, so like they like that, or they feel like being with you, a lot of people's eyes would be on you. So you're like arm candy at this moment, but like also that you can do stuff. So they like that you can do stuff on your own. That like you can make shit happen. You can, maybe you can cook, you can clean, you can make take care of maybe your household. You can raise children. You can be a great lover, and you're also somebody who like can like be there for them emotionally. But they feel like it's sometimes like you're sometimes like you're not always that way. Some days you are that way, then other days they don't really know where they stand with you. Yeah, got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all, they kind of feel like it's a waste of time, but like they just still find you attractive. So like they still would want to be involved in a relationship with you, but like they feel like you guys would have like maybe a non-traditional type of relationship because you want to keep your independence. You kind of want to. I'm not gonna say you want to see what else is out there, but like that you're desired by a lot of people. So it kind of gives a vibe like you want to keep your options open. So that's how they feel. Like you want to. They feel like you want a lot of attention or want to be noticed by a lot of people. Like they feel like a lot of people already know you or a lot of people are aware of you, and you're becoming more aware of yourself and your value and your needs. You know what I mean? And so now you get kind of sometimey because like you could take care of them yourself, but then also you got like all these other eyes on you, people who may also be looking at you in this idealistic light. Like they feel like a lot of people are viewing you as like the ideal lover right now. You know what I mean? So like they feel like you're being wooed over, seduced, because you got a lot of different people. We got Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yep, two of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. So they feel like you guys don't really want a relationship. They feel like you don't really need one, or you're not really looking for a relationship at this moment. They really feel like you guys are like looking for fun, entertainment, maybe wanting to go on dates, romance, being gifted stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say they feel like you're smelling yourself, but they really feel like you don't really want to build a foundation in terms of like relationships. You know what I mean? They feel like you just mostly want to like flattery. You want to, you know what I mean? Like you're really starting to feel yourself. They feel like you're very attractive. Because King of Wands is a great catch. So they do feel like you're a great catch, but also the High Priestess is somebody who's highly revered, spoken about a lot. You know what I mean? So they feel like a lot of people talk about you. A lot of people are aware of you. You're aware of yourself. You know what I mean? So like you're like a choosy lover at this moment. That's what they really feel like. They feel like you're a choosy lover. Some days you want to be into love, and then other days, if I feel like it, or if you bring something that I really like, if you appease me, if you do something that really pleases me, then yeah, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? They like being loved on by y'all. They like the way that you guys like nurture them or like take care of their needs at times. They feel like you know what they be needing, but like you don't always be that way. So like when you get in your little moods, then you're like a motherly, you know what I mean? Like a mother or like a father or showing up, being generous, acting like a knight in, what do you call it? Acting like a knight on the white horse, like a knight in shining armor and all that shit, acting like that. Now, for some of y'all, that's how they kind of want to pursue this situation. Like they want to be useful. They want to show you that they appreciate you. They want to encourage you, play you up. So that's what they feel like they need to do, just to kind of show you that they see you in this higher light, because they want you to feel like they revere you, like they admire you, like they really want you. That's how they feel like they need to do. But the Knight of Cups is like somebody who's a illusionist at times, but they feel like you can already read through them. So they kind of feel like, I almost say they feel like they need to come with something of value, of substance, in order to be able to really get your attention or really get you to like settle down. Like this somebody who feel like they need to pull out all the stops, wine and dine you, charm you, text you often, call you often, maybe take you to trips or events. Like they kind of feel like they need to like go out of their way to appease you. And if you know that that's not what they're doing, then they feel like that's what you need to do. All right. So if you don't feel that way, if you're like they're not doing that, or they're not even trying that, then they feel like that's what you need to do. All right. Like they feel like they spend a lot of money on you guys, but they also kind of feel like it was a waste of time. You know, either they spend a lot of money or they spend a lot of time trying to get to know you, being around you. Like they feel like they spent a lot of time with you and you never made a real decision about them. Could be done with a Libra, could be done with a Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer. Yeah. They're feeling encouraged though to try to like pursue you, or at least try to like express themselves towards you. You know what I mean? But it kind of feel like this won't be a long-term relationship. That's what they really feel like. They really feel like you're more, I'm not going to say superficial, but they kind of feel like you're going to be somebody who's always going to be alone or always wants to be alone. But like you're happy with it. Like, because you're attractive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not tripping. You don't got like me. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like you're not really tripping. Because like, okay, other people will like me. I'm likable. They feel like you have that aesthetic that a lot of people would like you. So you're not like in a bad boat right now. So that's what it really is. It's like, okay. Yeah. So you give them like an indifferent vibe. They feel like you ignore them a lot. Because like I said, because you're attractive, because so many people are on you. So they feel like you're not really noticing them. You're not really paying attention or saying anything to me. And you kind of give me mixed signals. Like, because the high priest is somebody who's hard to read. But it's hard to read because you look like you don't really care if I'm investing in you or not. You look like you don't really care if I flatter you or not, or if I flirt with you or not, or if I say anything to you or not. So it's like, So yeah, they kind of feel like they're like in a group of a lot of different other people, and they're really being overlooked. If I'm really being honest, yeah. Or they feel like you're in a group of a lot of people, and you're being overlooked. And this may not necessarily like going to be in a malicious way, because some of y'all, if this somebody who's popular, and you're wondering how they feel about you, this is somebody who's like, you need to like show yourself, like put yourself out there so I know. You know what I mean? Because they kind of feel like you're giving them mixed feelings with the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Cups is fickle, so you're giving them mixed vibes. Like some days you're into this, some days you're not. Like, are you in, or do you want this? Are you in or not? Are you in or out? What are you doing? Are you in or out? That's what they're kind of curious about. Like, are you in or out? All right. But they do kind of see this relationship like Knight of Cups could be a visionary, so they could envision you guys like moving in together, living together, putting household bills together. But they kind of feel like that would just to be a fantasy, because really you could do this on your own, and you're not really looking to like, I don't know if it's, I want to say if it's not looking to benefit you, or if it's not looking to like put you in a better light, then you don't want it. If it doesn't make you look good, then you don't want it. Is what how they feel about this. Or if it doesn't make them look good, then they don't want it. So that's what you need to know. Like, this is somebody who's a very choosy lover, and they feel that way about you too. So they may be very particular, you may be very particular. So I guess that's just what it is. All right, that's what it is. I know that they want exclusivity with y'all though, because the high priest is somebody who wants exclusivity, but they feel like you guys are upper echelon. Like you guys only date like certain people. The higher, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe you only date like the D boys or the Wall Street guys, or you know what I mean, the blue collar, high paying job guys, or you know what I mean. They kind of feel that way about you. Like you're like upper echelon. They really do play y'all up. I promise you. They really do play all up, and it kind of makes me sad. I'm wondering what Leo I may have been playing up, because that makes me sad. Why did I do that? Oh, anyway, it could be a Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer. All right. I think about that. Like, who am I like that to? 'Cause I don't say too much. I'm like, Let me see. You said free weed and dick. Love you, a D boy. I bet you do. I bet you do. All right, Virgo. Virgo, what are their feelings about you right now? I've seen that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so they feel like it was a false start between y'all that didn't really get off the ground. Somebody that feel like you didn't accept the opportunity. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They feel like you guys didn't accept the opportunity. They also kind of feel like you guys are selfish. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. They really feel like you guys aren't really ready for commitment either. Or they feel like they're not really ready for commitment, but for most of the part, they feel like you guys are very materialistic, only out for like material gain. Literally, they feel like you guys are after either money, they're looking for a sugar dad. They feel like you're looking for a sugar dad. That's why you guys didn't accept their offer. Yeah, they feel like you guys are toxic. We got the devil here. They feel like you guys are toxic, very expensive, cost a lot, but maybe not even worth the investment. If I'm really being honest, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius. They feel like it may not even be worth the investment. If I'm really being honest, we got the devil here, Nine of Swords, death in reverse. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Nine of Swords is like annoying. You know what I mean? Stressed, worrisome. You're worrisome to them at this point because you may be very, very expensive. And the devil and the King of Pentacles is definitely materialistic. So they also kind of feel like it's hard to leave you alone or hard to stay away from y'all. They sexualize you guys a lot. Like they're tempted, some of y'all, to like try to sleep with y'all, or tempted to try to like engage or indulge with you, like maybe spend on you, buy you stuff that you want, because they're looking for control over the relationship with y'all. So that's how they feel. Or they feel like that's how you are, but the only way that they'd be able to have control is to like buy your love. That's what they feel like they need to do. King of Pentacles in reverse, somebody feels like they need to buy your love, spend on you. You know what I mean? Take you to the latest, do all this, that, and the third, buy you designer, take you to the fancy restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Like spend more money that they don't have. Yeah, because they feel like it wouldn't go nowhere anyway in the end, because it's the death in reverse and the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, devil. They really feel like this would be a codependent, toxic relationship. They feel like you're codependent. Or they feel like they're dependent on you for resources, for money, for security. Maybe you're the one that has more money in some sense like that. Or if they're the one that has the money, they feel like that's why you'd be on them, or that's why you'd be interested in them, because of that material, you know what I mean? Material stuff. You know what I mean? So maybe they buy you stuff, maybe they pay for the dates, maybe they pay for the house or your rent, or they pay for your car note, or they pay your phone bill, or something like that. They kind of feel like that's the only reason that you'd be like dealing with them or attached to them. Or if it's like let's say it's more sexual, then they kind of feel like you wouldn't invest in a relationship past sexual. Like it's not going anywhere past sexual because you're very materialistic. You're only after me for what you can get. That's what they really feel about y'all. You're only after me for what you can get from me. You're not really willing to like invest or really be like, settle down and really put something of substance to the relationship. They feel like you're here for what you can get. Yeah, with the death in reverse. The death in reverse is like an eighth house energy to me, where I'm only into your life. I only intertwine myself into your life to gain something. The devil is a possessive person as well. So they really feel like you just would come into either if you're dealing with this person, they feel like you came into their life and stressed them. You know what I mean? Because of maybe your addictive habits. Some of y'all, you like sex them really good though. They really feel like that. They be worried about that. They be kind of worrying about like who you may be giving it to, who you may be like sleeping with. Like some of y'all may be kind of nasty, because like that may be what they're worried about. Like I got to keep up this type of like lifestyle in order to be able to keep you like stuck around or staying around. You know what I mean? So that stresses them out a lot. It's a worry. It's an anxiety. Nine of Swords with the devil, death. Like they really feel like it's not going to go any further than where it's at. Like you're not really looking for commitment or looking for a long-term relationship. You're looking for a sponsor in their mind. You're looking for a sponsor or a dad or a mom, if you're a man, or a mom. You know what I mean? You're looking for somebody to like be more devoted, more responsible in the connection than you. You know what I mean? So that's what they're thinking. Like you need a parent. You want a parent figure. Like you're giving them a codependent vibe or a toxic vibe at this moment. But like also hard to let you go. You know what I mean? Because like I said, some of y'all may be very freaky with this person. I'm wondering, is this the same person that I was talking about like a while ago that like you guys were like wasn't really giving y'all the best sex, but y'all were like still staying around this person? Is this the same person because they have money and shit like that? It's like give like the Diddy vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like because they're like a sugar dad, they're a sponsor. You know what I mean? They could be older. So some of y'all, if you older, then it may be that. But like it kind of seems like about money, you know what I mean, and material. And like that's really the only reason that you interact or deal with them. You know what I mean? So, and that's like some of y'all, this is what they're now starting to realize. And that's the big thing. With the devil here, the Nine of Swords, they're now starting to realize that this isn't going to go any further. You know what I mean? Like I'm paying to play. Some of y'all, that's what it is. Some of y'all, they feel like they're paying to play. They're paying for your attention, or that you would need to pay for their attention. You need to pay to play. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. All right. So just know that. Just know that. So I guess that's it. I guess yeah, they don't even really want to bother y'all. They they really don't even want to bother y'all at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I know it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm really kind of apprehensive about like even going any further. But their fears of missing out, because some of y'all, they really just want to have sex with y'all, and I guess to them it may be worth the money. To some of them it may be worth the money, worth the investment. You know what I mean? So. Or if you want sex with this person, then maybe it may be worth the money. Like they may be very sexual, very freaky, but like it's some stress behind it. If that be the case, there'd be some stress behind it. You'll have a lot of sleepless nights dealing with this person because they're very obsessive, very controlling, and I almost want to say they're entitled or used to like having things being given to them, just being given to them. So. Whoever you're dealing with is somebody who's either used to like having stuff given to them or used to giving stuff to get what they want. So it's one of the two. So anyway, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn. Yep. Sag, Cancer. Okay. Sag, Cancer. All right. Thank y'all so much for the likes in advance. Thank you. Okay. Wait. Yeah, we on Libra now. Okay, so wait, we on Libra now. Libra. All right, so Libra. What are their feelings about you right now? They're unsure for sure. I've seen that. Seen the Knight of Swords and that Five of Swords, so that's really unsure at this moment. Some of y'all they want to walk away. They feel like you guys are leading them on. Could be dealing with the Libra, Taurus, Sag, Gemini. They could feel like you guys are leading them on. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo. So they're being cautious with you. Knight of Pentacles. They feel like they need to be cautious with you. They need to slow down. Maybe slow down communicating, slow down talking to you, slow down interacting with you guys, or something like that. Like they don't want it, but it's also it was a Five of Swords in reverse. So that Five of Swords means they don't want to do it from a malicious place. So like they're trying to like calm themselves. So they don't want to be rude, mean. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like they need to walk away, but they also kind of confused about, do I need to walk away? Why do I need to walk away? You know what I mean? So some of y'all is like really they can't read your intentions. They can't tell like what your motive is. That's what they feel. They like, I can't tell what your motive is. With the Knight of Swords in reverse and that Five of Swords in reverse, it's hard to really tell what your motive is. You give them mixed signals. Like, I don't know. One day we're talking. The next day we're not talking. One day you're, like, being straightforward or blunt or, like, coming straight out with it. And then the next day you're, like, leading me astray and talking in circles. And, you know what I mean? So some of y'all, what they feel is that they want to have, well, I don't know. They want to detach, but they want to have something where they can kind of, like, invest from a safe distance. Like, they want to be able to invest in a relationship, but from a safe distance. Where they don't get, like, bogged in or stuck. They don't want to be stuck. That's what it is. This person doesn't want to be stuck on y'all. Yeah, they don't want to be stuck on y'all because they kind of feel like it's not going to turn out how it wants because they feel like you're hot cold with them. We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Devil. They feel like you guys are being invested with other people or you guys are invested into another relationship. So it's not going to be really beneficial to be putting any time, energy, effort into the relationship. That's what I'm getting. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they're really just trying to detach themselves from it and find somebody who's going to invest in them more. What's up there, K. Reeds? They feel like they really want to find somebody who's going to be more invested in them or interact with people who really would see their value, because they feel like you guys undervalue them or underappreciate them. Like whatever they were offering or whatever they were trying to give, they feel like you didn't really appreciate that. Like, yeah, that's not enough. You know what I mean? So, or they feel that way about what you were giving to the relationship. They kind of feel like you guys breadcrumb them with the Wheel of Fortune. Like you guys will only deal with them for a come up. Could be dealing with the Sag, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Virgo. Now, some of y'all can go in the opposite direction, because if you know you're not using anybody, then they will kind of like look at you in that like, you know what I mean, like you would use them as for a come up. Because this somebody feel like you put yourself on a pedestal after like having some type of interaction with them, or you started putting yourself on a pedestal after you guys have interacted. Because some of y'all, they feel like you guys stopped interacting with them, but you guys be giving them these mixed signals, because it's up and down, hot, cold. One day we're talking, I feel like we're going somewhere. The next day you're not. So I gotta be cautious with you, because like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's up with you? You're like hard to tell. Like, if I should even keep talking to you, keep communicating with you, should I even be persistent with you? Do I need to guard myself? Do I need to watch myself? You know what I mean? Yeah, they really feel disempowered in the relationship, and at this moment, they really feel like it's not going to turn out how they would expect it to, how they expect it to turn out. You know what I mean? They do be lusty over y'all. I will say that. They do be lusty over y'all. I don't know if that matters. That's how I was looking at it, like, so what does that mean? You know what I mean? So they do be that way, but they really just feel like you guys are either you guys are invested in somebody that you guys are obsessed with, or you guys are just being given to by other people, and that's why you guys aren't seeing the relationship as beneficial, or they're being invested in by other people. Like maybe they have a connection that they don't have to really invest in, or they feel that way about you. I can't tell. It's one of those two, because there's a bunch of different scenarios there. So it could be that they feel like you're investing with somebody else who you don't have to give as much to. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to equally reciprocate what they give to you, or they have a relationship where they don't have to equally reciprocate. You know what I mean? To like have something substantial from them. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. And if that's the case, that's why they're being cautious with you, taking their time, moving the connection forward, because they already have something where they don't really have to like put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and yet they get something in the back end. You know what I mean? That's how they feel about you, though. They feel like if they were to interact with you, that they would have to play your game for a while, allow you to take control, allow you to run your little manip or run whatever like process or program you got going on before they get what they would want on the back end. You know what I mean? So they feel like this would be toxic, so they really want to just kind of let this go or just detach themselves from it. But with that Five of Swords and that Knight of Swords, they don't really have a clear plan or clear direction. If that's what they really want to do just yet, they ain't really make their mind up just yet. You know what I mean? So that's why they just kind of like taking their slow, like, so even if they are, they're slowly moving away. And if they are coming towards you, they're still slowly coming towards you. So that's what you need to know. You know what I mean? Like they try to be practical about their approach with you. Like, you know, I try to make sure that it makes sense for why I'm doing what I'm doing with you. You know what I mean? So like they're trying to, I don't know, maybe some of y'all are trying to like match the energy in a way. If that makes sense. I feel like you guys don't talk to them that much though. The conversation between y'all ain't clear. What's up there, Bubs? Like the conversation between y'all ain't that clear. All right. So it could be Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Sag, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Capricorn, Pisces, Sag. Damn. I feel like you just taking your damn sweet time. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking your time, like investing into this relationship or showing them that you appreciate them or that you value them. They feel like you didn't make your mind up. You don't know what you want. It's almost like saying you don't know what you want too. Or maybe it's just like not really beneficial at this moment. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can just be outside circumstances aren't really conducive for us to really build a relationship. So I'm taking my time right now because this may not really be in my best benefit to date or to like take this any further at this moment. So that might be it too. They might kind of feel like you're dragging your feet or taking your time because it's not really a benefit to you yet. So they feel like maybe when they get more, maybe when they have more money or have more resources, then you'll invest into a relationship with them, or then you'll maybe take them more seriously, or maybe then you'll see their value or something along the lines of that. Because they kind of feel like you think you're better than them. And then in the other light, it could be the other way around where they may actually think they're better than you. Like, because it's not really beneficial. I can't gain anything from you. And when I say better than you, it doesn't mean like they think like I'm like, oh, I'm better than them. I'm over top of them. No, they just kind of look at it like I can get somebody that's going to give me more than what you're going to give me. So some of y'all, that's how they're looking at it. All right. All right. So, Scorpio. Let me see. Scorpio. Cancer season isn't in perfect season. It is in season right now. So Scorpio, how do they feel about y'all? They feel like you guys are really friendly, kind of social with people. They feel like you guys are afraid to be alone. You guys don't want to be without a partner. You can't do without a partner. I did. You see, I had the Knight of Pentacles out, okay? You ain't see that I had the Knight of Pentacles out? The Knight of Pentacles was the card that I had out there. But I also had, like, I was looking at the other cards when I was like, you ain't see me when I was shuffling through. People say that all the time. Like, when did you throw cards out? I threw one out. And then after that, I was just reading these. I was reading them like this. That's how I be reading them sometimes. All right, so anyway, yeah, they feel like you guys be real friendly with people, and you guys don't know how to be alone or don't know how to be single, and you guys get emotionally withdrawn at times out of nowhere. So like out of nowhere, you guys just like need time alone to introspect. You guys aren't responsive. Maybe you don't answer text messages. Leave them on red. Could be dealing with the Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius. Who was the other signs? Virgo, Libra, Taurus. Yeah, that's how they feel about y'all. Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty much, y'all. It's a pattern. I think I just be knowing the pattern now. So much so it doesn't even amuse me anymore. I mean, it does disamuse me, but like the pattern, I'm like, oh, I see what you're about to do. Okay, I see where we're going with this. So I've been doing this. I'm gonna practice this. I've been practicing this new skill set. It's a skill set too, because it's hard to do it. Because like when you know stuff, it's kind of hard acting like you don't know it. You know what I mean? Especially when people think you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been trying to like work on acting like I don't know stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that way, it's way easier for people to like feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Because when you know too much stuff, people like Like for instance, let me just tell you the story real quick. I was talking to one of my friends, and it was like, yo, I want this girl to work with me. I want like he's like, I kind of want a partner or want a girl to work with me. But like, and it's cool if they like don't really be romantic, but I prefer them to be romantic. I was like, well, yeah. I was like, why you prefer them to be romantic? And he was saying because if I'm fucking on her, then she's going to be more likely to be devoted to what I need her to be devoted to. You get what I'm saying? Like I need her to be devoted in this moment. So like sex would like emotionally draw her to the moment or have her more like invested in the situation. So like if people don't feel like they can get you emotionally invested into situations, like where you care a little bit more about a situation than what they do or what you normally would, then they don't want you to like, they don't want to have the relationship because it doesn't feel secure. Like if I can't work on your feelings and emotions at some point in my favor, that's not a safe relationship to the outside world. You know what I mean? Because it means I can't manipulate you. I can't get you to sacrifice for my needs at some point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Anyway, they just feel like you guys are very social. You guys don't want to be alone, don't want to be single, don't want to have to work on your own, don't want to have to build on your own. They really kind of feel like they don't really have much to offer you. I seen that Three of Cups in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So they feel like you guys are very selfish, but also like maybe just dating, only looking to date. Six of Pentacles, yeah. Temperance in reverse. So they kind of feel like they need to go along with the vibes. Like you guys are only around for the experience. Because Six of Pentacles in reverse. So they really feel like you guys aren't really compatible at this moment, but you're just like really easy to get along with, really chill. They look at you as a big deal. Look at you as a big deal, but they also feel underappreciated or undervalued by you. You know what I mean? Six of Pentacles. So it could be a Taurus, could be Cancer, Sag, Cancer. A lot of Cancer energy here. They really feel rejected by y'all, or feel like you only deal with them when you're bored. Because they feel like you got like a lot of different experiences that you can like call on, or a lot of like, I'm not gonna say options, but they kind of feel like your hands are busy right now. And they feel like it's busy because maybe again, because Six of Pentacles is here, maybe because other people are investing in you. Yeah, we got Four of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups. Yeah, they kind of feel like you're not really the most fond of them. You know what I mean? Like you're dating around. They feel like you're dating around. You're super friendly, super single. you're not really wanting to be single, but they feel like you just don't want the relationship with them. Like you're being really cool and all that stuff, but like they feel like you are, maybe you just don't appreciate what they're offering. Maybe they don't have enough for you. Maybe they didn't bring enough to the table. Like they kind of feel that way. And like you're not really saying it, but like, you know what I mean? But like I appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of get this vibe of like being okay. Like nothing's really wrong, but like you're not really taking what they're giving. Like they feel like you're rejecting what they try to bring to the table. So maybe they bring money, maybe they try to bring affection, maybe they try to spend time with you. You know what I mean? Like they feel like it'd be good vibes. Like they like being around you. I will say that they really enjoy being around you. They like the energy, the vibe. It's a vibe. It's really a vibe. You know what I mean? Like you vibes. I'm gonna give you that. You vibe. You vibey. Yeah. Okay. All that, but it's like it doesn't feel reciprocated though. Like the feelings that they have for you don't feel reciprocated. Like you don't see me as that big of a deal in your life. You don't. You know what I mean? And it may be because of the experiences you're having or you've had. Like maybe you dated people with maybe more money, maybe more status, maybe people who've, I don't know, maybe foreign people. You know what I mean? Like maybe you've dealt with people who have a different philosophy than them. You know what I mean? So like they kind of feel that way. Like you don't appreciate what I'm trying to bring to the table. Like damn, they really feel like you just be doing it out of boredom or just because you want company from time to time. Because the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups, and the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups, like you really just be doing it out of boredom. Like you're not really happy, you're not really impressed with them, but like just because out of convenience. That's what it is. Out of convenience. Out of convenience. You know what I mean? So I'm here because you're around, or because I'm around, you're here. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because they do buy stuff from time to time, or they do give stuff, or they, you know what I mean? But it don't matter what they give you in their mind. It don't matter what they give you because you don't really care. It's like, yeah, okay. You may put on, some of y'all, they kind of feel like you put on an act of appreciating them or appreciating what they do for you, but they kind of feel like you got a lot of other stuff going on. Some of y'all, they feel like you got a lot of emotion. Like you got a lot of emotion. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got your hands in different pots. Different people are giving to you, or different people are involved, or you know what I mean? Or they just kind of feel like, it's like you got your hands in other little things, or other like too many things are like taking your attention off of them. You know what I mean? But it's almost like they can't even tell because you do be like really chill when they show up, or you be like acting like it's all good when they show up. So, you know what I mean? Like they be trying to share whatever they can with you is what they feel like. They feel like I'm trying to give you whatever I can give you. Thank you so much, Kimmy. I'm trying to give you whatever I can give you. Ooh, piece of candy. But with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, they want to flip the script on you. Or they feel like you flipped the script on them. Like you started off being cool, started off like maybe being generous, but now they feel like you done recouped that, you done got back that and some. So like whatever you may have gave them or whatever you may have like invested in a relationship, they feel like shit, you done got that back and some. You know what I mean? And now you're bored of me, or now you're tired of me. The honeymoon stage is over. You're not as friendly as you used to be. Now you changing up. You playing games now. You know what I mean? And I don't even know how to feel about it. So that's really how they feel. Like I don't even know how to feel about it. I really feel rejected and unappreciated. Like get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah. So they really want to heal the connection. Honestly, they really want to heal it, but they don't know if they got enough to do that for you. You know what I mean? Or if they can bring enough for you to feel like back where it was before. So they, you know what I mean? They happy for their experience that they had with you though. And just be somebody probably always like care about you, love you, always hold on to like memories of y'all. If you guys ever come back around, Three of Cups is like, I don't know if we'll ever get back together. That's how they really like, I don't know if we'll ever get back together. You're not like, we don't trust each other like we used to, or we're not as close as we used to. You know what I mean? We don't bond or we don't socialize as much as we used to. So they don't even know if you guys will ever get back together. It's still love. It's still cool. We still cool, but like how cool? Like you don't give me like we're friends vibe. You don't give me like you trust me vibe, and I don't know if I trust you. So it's like there's like a distance between y'all. It's a distance. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, it could be a what I say? Did I say that? No. Yeah, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Taurus, Cancer, Sag. All right. Damn. All right. Whoa. Okay, I'm about to say. I don't know why Sagittarius and Capricorn is like somehow Capricorn was before Sagittarius. I don't know how. So I don't know. I gotta figure out that banner. I gotta go back and check that out. Because one of these days I'll be gonna skip the sign. Like, oh damn, my bad. My bad. All right. Anyway, sad. How do you feel about y'all? You feel like you guys are pressed to try to build stability or build a connection with them? Could be dealing with the Aries, Libra, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, or they could be pressed to build a relationship with y'all, to have some type of foundation with y'all. They want to meet up with y'all. Ten of Wands could be pressed about meeting up with y'all, pressed about connecting with y'all. Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, and this deck is about sleeping over. So some of y'all, they could be in, maybe even kind of wondering like what you think about them or what your intentions are. Could be a Gemini, could be an Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right, so they'd be a little bit nervous about your intention, about the tension of the relationship. Yeah, we got the Judgment in reverse. So this is a past person. This is a person who's looking to renew the connection between y'all. They're looking for signs of attraction, or they're looking for signs that you want them to take action. They feel like this is somebody who's like, they feel like they overlooked your red flags in the past. So they could be guilting and shaming themselves for maybe falling victim. Some of y'all, they feel like, oh, okay, I get it. Some of y'all, they feel like they fell victim to your like persuasive ways, like you being very persistent. You know what I mean? You even like planned, like some of y'all, they had planned to create like a household, or plan to create stability with y'all, to reconcile or reunite with y'all, to meet up with y'all again. But then they got nervous. All right, so I don't know, that's the story for some of y'all. Some of y'all, they feel like they got nervous. They didn't take action. They feel like they missed out on taking action. Like they missed the signs, they missed the signals, or like the hints that you were trying to give them. All right, like they kind of felt like maybe like through the interactions that y'all were having that they misread it. Like, oh wait, oh whoa, oh damn, that's what you were saying. Like almost like that. Like, so some of y'all, they feel that way, but then others of y'all, they kind of feel like you guys are. It's like what's been done is done. It's over, and they still kind of feel kind of shame or guilty for it. With the Ace of Swords, they want a new opportunity with y'all, a new opportunity to take the relationship past a certain point with you, because the Judgment is here. So there's like that renewing in faith. Four of Swords is here too, so they want to heal it, and the Knight of Cups is here with the Ace of Pentacles. So most of y'all, they really want to have a new beginning with y'all. They want to present something substantial, and maybe get you to play into some type of fantasy that they have. Most of y'all is for reconciling, for reuniting, getting back together, putting the band back together. You get what I'm saying? Let's put the band back together. That's what they want. Most of y'all, they like to reunite, kick it. Some of y'all, they want to spend the night. So like I said, it's like one of those, like the Judgment is here. It's like, let's renew it. Let's forgive and forget. What's been done has been done. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? It's already happened. But they want to spend the night. The Knight of Cups is like trying to win you over. What's up there, Wendy? Yeah, they like to spend the night, you know what I'm saying? Seduce you, try to win you over, and then the Ace of Pentacles to start all over again. So they want to tempt y'all with something that they think you guys would want. And for some of y'all, it's to maybe move in, or for some of y'all, it's sex. It's sex. Like they feel like they need to persuade you, or like tell you some type of extravagant story, or make up some type of like grandiose story to be able to get you to like take action, or to be able to like, you know what I mean? So some of y'all, they feel like you guys are trying to seduce them, trying to win them over, and others of you, they're trying to seduce you and trying to win you over. So they came up with an idea. If they're trying to seduce you, they just came up with an idea, or they just realized like what actions to take next. You know what I mean? So like now they're going to be waiting on, either they're going to be waiting on a sign, or some type of signal, or some type of like green light that says, hey, I want you to take action. So they're looking for that. They're fishing. It's a fishing expedition that they're trying to go on with you guys. They really feel like other people will find you guys to be attractive, or they maybe think that you guys are vain, and like, you know, only after like, you know, ideal looking partners, attractive looking partners. So they could be kind of worried that you're not really like interested anymore. Because like with the Judgment reverse and the Four of Swords, they may feel like you don't really want to talk to them anymore. You really like, I'm almost like you're done with it. Like they feel like it's kind of like over. There's really no chance of like bringing it back to life, but they want to. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, like I want to. Knight of Cups, like I really want to be able to win you over. But it's almost I don't know if it's out of jealousy. Nah. Seven of Cups is like they maybe they don't have as like the options that you have, or the opportunities that you have. Like they could be more worried about the opportunities that you got. Like they think that you like I'm gonna say Don Julio, not Don Julio, like a Don Juan or a Don Juanetta. They feel like you're seducing people out here. Like you're just out here like winning people over, maybe having one night stands because of the Four of Swords. I mean the Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. It gives me like a one night stand, sleepover, party. Like you kind of feel that way about you guys. Like you guys are really nonchalant. You don't feel like you need to explain yourself. You don't feel like you need to like go in depth about shit because it gives that like you don't feel like you need to go in depth about shit. So they even kind of like regret some of their past actions with you. Like maybe like the stuff that they've expressed, the information that they divulged with you, like the moments of vulnerability that they had with y'all. Like, you know, pillow talking and shit like that. So if y'all had like pillow talking and shit like that, they kind of regret that. They feel embarrassed about that. The stuff that they told you and stuff that they shared with you and all that. Like, you know what I mean? They feel a little like crazy about that. Like, damn, I feel kind of crazy. I went all out like that with you. You know what I mean? And you didn't like see me as like impactful or important in your life. They feel like you don't really see them as important, or that they're not that important in your life. You know what I mean? Because you're not really taking action in the way that they hoped you would take action, or it's not really developing in the way that they hoped it would develop between y'all. Like it's like you don't take them that serious. Like it's not really that. Like, yeah, you're like a sometimey lover when you want affection, when you want love, maybe when you want them to spend the night. Maybe when you want them to take you out on dates, maybe when you want them to, I don't know, do stuff, that's when you really are like more affectionate, or that's when you're really reaching out. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, they kind of feel like you only reach out at night. So maybe it's like when you're bored or when you want something like distract you, like when you're spiraling, then you reach out. Oh, hey, I was just going through this, so let me just call you and basically like dump on you. That's how they kind of feel like you just be dumping this stuff on them, just dumping your stuff on them. You know what I mean? So like maybe you have little issues or like troubles you're going through. You be telling these stories because we got Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups. You be telling these stories or like, you know what I mean? Like expressing your past experiences and all that shit, or they be wanting to do that with you, where they want to share these experiences with you, but they're too embarrassed or too like worried about your judgment because they feel like you're very judgmental. Like you be judging the shit out of them, or you be judging a lot of situations that they've already been through. So some of y'all, they kind of like judge you because of like previous situations that they already been through. Because the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords. So basically, whatever situations they've already had prior to, they may be kind of looking at you in that same light as that same type of person. Like you may be the same type of person. Like if this is a newer person, or even if it's a person that you already had dealt with, they may be sometimes like projecting on you to be like a person that they had in the past who may have done them wrong. So they may be looking at you as like, you know, guilty before charged, like prejudged you already. So some of y'all, they feel that way about you, like look at you as vain, superficial, only after attractive partners, like, you know what I mean, only wanting something for, I would say something for nothing. So some of y'all, they feel like you want something for nothing, but that's not really what I meant at first, but I guess that's what it is. Because they feel like you be making these grandiose stories of being more invested in the relationship. Like they feel like you just want the experience. With the Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, like you just want the experience. Like you'll say what you need to say to get what you want, but it's just really just for the experience. You know what I mean? Or some of y'all, that's what they want to do, just for the experience. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, I mean, we can, you know, I can always say that they do find you to be attractive. You know what I mean? They do find you to be appealing at times. You know what I'm saying? Like you do give like the aesthetic that they look for. You know what I mean? But they just kind of feel like you're a choosy lover. Like some days you want love, other days you don't. And it's hard telling when you want love, or when you want affection, or when you want them to be receptive, or when you want them to listen, or it's kind of hard telling when you're going to listen to them, or you know what I mean? Yeah, they just kind of feel kind of dumb how far they went with you, or how far this situation went at this point. You know what I mean? So anyway, it could be a Sag, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Pisces, Sag, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I know they want to initiate conversation with y'all, but they be afraid of like maybe rejection or being embarrassed. Like it's like, you know what I mean? Because you're like their ideal lover. So this may be somebody who already has their mind set. Like I want this to happen how I want it to happen. So like if I don't say the right words to you, then they feel like it may never happen, or it may never transpire between y'all. So like they be worried about like what they say to you. That Four of Swords is kind of like, I'm worried about what I say. So they contemplate a lot about what they say to you and what they can and can't say to you and shit like that. All right, which one did I not? Okay, let's use these. I didn't use these yet. All right, so Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. How they feel about y'all? Ooh. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys are friend zone them. You guys aren't taking them that serious. I seen the Emperor in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. They feel like you guys aren't taking them that serious. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be an Aries. All right, so some of y'all, they may feel intimidated by you guys. Like they don't really have a lot to offer y'all. Could be dealing with a Libra. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Sag. All right, they feel like you guys are just too nonchalant. It's Four of Swords. You guys are too nonchalant. You guys don't really care. Care less is the vibe. Not like in a fool way, but like care less. Like callous is what I maybe mean to say. Callous. Unbothered. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ten of Wands. They feel like you guys aren't even impressed about this situation. You guys aren't even really bothered by it. You're not even caring. Like, so they really feel like you guys are blaming them, or they're blaming you. Either they feel like you're blaming them, or they're blaming you. You're blaming them for like not talking, because the Four of Swords is here. So they really feel like you guys aren't talking, and you guys aren't really pressed if you are talking, or they feel like you guys aren't pressed about healing the connection between you guys. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they feel like you're not taking accountability for the mistakes that you made, or you don't take accountability for the mistakes that you made, or for the actions that you took, or for the things that some of y'all, for the things that they've done. They feel like you haven't taken responsibility for the things that you did, or the things that they did. Like you didn't take responsibility. Like maybe you pressured them to do something, or made them do something, or feel some type of way, and you're not taking responsibility for that. All right. So they also they feel like it's not going anywhere. Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they feel like they got broaden their horizons. You know what I mean? Maybe get some new prospects. They feel like you're not really obligated. You don't want to be obligated to the relationship, or you don't want to be consistent in the relationship. They feel like you don't do too much. Like you don't want to do too much. You don't want to be responsible. You don't want to. And I mean responsible for them. You know what I mean? Not saying that you don't want to be. You might take care of your day-to-day responsibilities, but you don't want to be responsible for them, or you don't want to be obligated to them, or they don't want to be obligated to you. It's one and two. Like they don't want to have to be pressured into a relationship, or pressured into like settling down, or pressured into this becoming or going anywhere just yet. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. It's either you don't want to be pressured, or they don't want to be pressured into having to do that. You know what I mean? So Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They feel like it's not really beneficial right now. And with the Moon in reverse, they feel like it's too many different like variables that they can't control, or that they can't see. You know what I mean? They obsess about like how things would turn out with y'all. Could be dealing with Cancer, Aries, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Sag. All right. Was that all signs? No, but it was close. But it wasn't all signs. All right. So anyway, they feel like you guys took advantage of their feelings. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys took advantage of their feelings, or used some type of took advantage of their feelings mostly. So maybe they were pressed, or they were really like anxious to be into a relationship. But they feel like some of y'all's distance, because the Three of Wands and the Chariot, and then I seen that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That Wheel of Fortune could be unfortunate circumstances are keeping you guys from being together. So that's what they feel. Some of y'all is distance. Some of y'all is travel, like vehicle. Some of y'all is career, their job, or your job, your career, your distance, your vehicle. It could be that, you know what I mean? Maybe it could be that you're also not putting the time, the energy, the effort that they would like you to be in. Like they feel like you're not really devoted to the relationship at all. That's what they really feel like. They feel like you're really just too like nonchalant and like not really caring if this goes anywhere or not. If it even picks up steam or not. Like you really give off this reserved, unbothered, I'm not looking for love, I'm checking my prospects, or these prospects aren't really what I want. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like you're not really, like they're not able to love you in the way that you would like to be loved, or that their love isn't being received at this moment. They feel like the offers that they're trying to give you isn't being received at this moment. A lot of y'all, they feel like you guys need to be humble. They feel like you guys need to be humble. They feel like you guys are always looking for the next best thing. Like you're always trying to like figure out there's something better coming along. You know what I mean? Like they feel like you have better prospects. That's why you're not accepting love, or you're not accepting the offer from them at this moment. That it wouldn't really be emotionally fulfilling but they're kind of curious, like, well, who would be good for you then? Who would you move forward with then, if not me? Who? You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they feel like that. They feel like you guys are like lacking humility at this moment. Right? Yet super arrogant, super confident that like things are gonna work out in the way that you would like it to. So they may feel like you're trying to force them. They may feel like you're trying to force them to conform or do what you want them to do. Yeah, force them to like settle down or some shit like that. Yeah, some of y'all do kind of feel like they want to humble y'all, like break the, I'm gonna say, take the wind out of y'allself. So some of y'all can go in the opposite direction where they're trying to take the wind out of y'allself. You know what I mean? By like making you guys feel like you're not a viable option, or you're not possibly that this can't go any further than where it's already gone at this moment. Like they may be trying to keep their distance from you, repress their feelings, so they may feel like they need to like hold. So some of y'all, this may even be strategy. This may even be like a strategy where they feel like if they don't put a lot of effort in, if they don't act pressed, if they like put up like obstacles or some type of like blockage or hindrance in the relationship, that it would make you get a lot more motivated. They feel like that would light a fire under your ass. Like if I just kind of like put something in the way, like anything, like whether it was another relationship, whether it was distance, anything, like they feel like if they just kind of put up anything in the way, any type of like burden or any type of obstacle in the way, that it would kind of like just deter you. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it's a cut. They really just kind of feel like you're not really emotionally available to them at this moment, or this wouldn't be really worth the investment at this moment. It wouldn't turn out how they would like it to, only because you're not like persistent as they would like you to be. You're not as pressed. That's the big thing. You're not as pressed as they would like you to be. So you're not putting in the effort. You're not showing up as like as they would like you to be. You really kind of come off as like I don't care. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. That's really it. That's how they feel about y'all. Like if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? So you're really giving this vibe as like I don't see this going anywhere because I got other prospects. You know what I mean? And even if you don't have other prospects, they kind of feel like that's why you're not accepting the love or the offer that they're giving you, because you feel like you could do better. You know what I mean? So that's how they feel about y'all. So they blame y'all. They blame y'all for the lack of communication if you're not talking to them. Or they blame y'all for something that you guys have said. Because the Three of Swords or the Four of Swords can be about somebody who's like contemplating some shit that you said that hurt. So you said something that hurt them. Or it could be a lack of saying something and that can hurt too. You know what I mean? So it's one of the two. They just kind of feel like you're not really like as interested or impressed, like, you know what I mean, passionate about the relationship as they wanted you to be. And that you maybe took advantage of them, of their feelings, their emotions, them sharing of themselves. You know what I mean? Maybe some of y'all, maybe just for entertainment, or maybe just for like, I don't know, for your own selfish gain, emotional gain, for your own, I don't know, just to maybe, I don't know, just kind of maybe for the interaction, because the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's unfortunate. So it's not really beneficial. They kind of feel like maybe that's why you're not going where, because it's not beneficial. And for some of y'all, it is distance. But if it's not distance, then it's just something else. It could be anything, career, other potential suitors. It could be anything. I don't know. It could be anything. It's anything at this moment. But yeah, like they don't really feel like devoted to this at the moment, or that you're devoted. So, all right, they want you to step up more, be more of a leader. If you're a man, they want you to step up and be more of a leader. But even if you're a woman, then they would like to step up and be more of a leader, but they feel like they can't. Like they feel like, you know, pressed down or oppressed by you and by your expectations. So like while I would like to step up and be in charge, I feel like I can't because you're very domineering or very like masculine. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah. Anyway, some of y'all, they want to take a trip to y'all. I wanted to tell y'all that. Some of y'all, they feel you guys stay a short distance. They want to take a trip to y'all, but they also kind of feel like it won't go nowhere because of distance. I keep saying that. Distance is going to be a thing for a lot of y'all, because the Wheel of Fortune just means like circumstances at this moment won't really allow us to like really come together. You know what I mean? Like they feel like it's like it's just a bad moment. It's bad timing. It's bad timing at the moment. All right. So it could be a Cancer, Aries, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Sag, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Libra, Pisces, Sag. Okay. All the same shit. Same shit. Same shit. Okay. You know these fluctuate though. So today it'd be like that, but then tomorrow it'd be a whole different story. You said if a man can't lead, is that really a man? I mean, I don't know. If a woman can't cook, is that really a woman? If she don't have kids, is she really a mom? I mean, is she really a woman? You know what I mean? Some women can't have kids, so does that make them not a woman? I don't know. Always thought about that. Like in general, like you know what I mean. We do have like our expectations on like how people need to be. I got Cap Venus, y'all, so it'd be real hard to date me. Like I'd be too picky sometimes. You know what I mean? So I could kind of agree when they be like, "You need to humble yourself." You're probably right. You're probably right. But too bad. I can just take care of all my needs. So that's a problem, I guess. You know, my relationship life was always better when I was kind of poor and I was like struggling. I don't know if it'd be the same for y'all with Capricorn placements or Aquarius placements, but when I was like struggling or kind of poor, my relationships were way better. You know what I mean? Because I needed the people then. So like people love when I need them because then they can like maneuver how they want to then. You know what I mean? It's like kind of ensured that I won't leave and then I'll put up with some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can put up with some bullshit when I need you. I'm like, all right, well, yeah. I need it, so come on, man. Come on with it. You know what I mean? So maybe you be like that. Maybe y'all don't be like that. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all that it was way easier for me when I didn't have my shit together. When I didn't have stuff going or like wasn't really stable and secure, then it was way easier. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Aquarius, how do you feel about y'all? What we got? How do you feel about y'all? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they wasted a lot of time. Five of Cups. They hold a grudge with y'all. Could be dealing with Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini. They feel like it was a waste of time trying to build a relationship with y'all, or trying to have a commitment, connection with y'all. They feel like some of y'all, they feel like, yeah, they suck. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys are more focused on like say career, work, attention, validation, being approved by other people, flirting, being seen. They feel like you need a lot of attention. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys like a lot of attention. They be jealous over y'all. Yeah, you got King of Cups in reverse. So a lot of y'all, they feel like you guys are very flirtatious with other people. They feel like you got a lot of options too, because they got the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're very attractive. We got Page of Cups, Knight of, and King of Cups, Chariot, Ten of Pentacles. Some of y'all, they would like to have a relationship, but they kind of feel like it's never going to happen. So they kind of like regret, like, you know what I mean? Maybe even feeling the way that they felt about y'all. Like they feel like, damn, it's a waste of time. I thought this was going to be something, go somewhere. Could be a Cancer, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini. I said Aquarius. I said Sag. Yeah, I did. All right. So they feel overwhelmed by y'all. Emotionally, this is somebody who feels overwhelmed by y'all, but feels like it's a waste of time because you guys don't have the same values when it comes to family or the same beliefs when it comes to a relationship. This is somebody who's not ready for commitment. This is somebody who finds you to be attractive and would like to move forward with the relationship, but doesn't want to be committed. So they want the benefits or the perks of like being able to love you or being able to be loved by you, but necessarily doesn't want to like build a household yet. They don't want to move in together yet. Like this may be somebody, or they don't like, they feel like you don't want to do stuff with them. Like maybe you don't want to spend time with them. Like they kind of feel like you make, maybe they make you uncomfortable, or they feel like you make them uncomfortable. One of the two. It's like even all the time that we spent together, it kind of feels like it was all for naught, or like a waste of my emotional battery. You know what I mean? In that way, yeah, it's like I wasted time with my emotions, expressing my feelings or saying stuff to y'all. They kind of feel like you guys silently. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys silently rejected them. You know what I mean? Like you didn't respond to them in the way that they thought you would respond to them. So they feel like you don't do a good job of like I'm not gonna say tailoring to their emotions, but they feel like you're not really the most receptive to their feelings. You only care if it's something that's in alignment with what you think it should be. That's how they feel. Like it's always like you only care about my feelings and emotions if it's in line with how you feel. That's what they feel like. Like if it's not how you feel, then I don't really get the validation or the approval of you and like being able to feel how I feel. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they kind of feel like they're maybe too needy, too clingy, or they feel like you are, like you're too needy, too clingy, need a lot of emotional reassurance, and they give it to you, but then they feel like they can't get that back from you. Like maybe they tell you they're attractive, maybe they tell you that you're handsome, maybe they tell you that you're funny, maybe they tell you that you're a go-getter, you're ambitious, you're a catch. Maybe they tell you all this stuff, but they feel like you don't tell them that. Like you don't say that back to me. You know what I mean? Like they feel like I encourage you in the light. Now you may do this, but I'm just saying that they feel like you don't do it when they need it. They feel like you do it when you want it back. Like when you want that same approval or you want that flattery back, then that's when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I get what this. I see what they're saying. So they're saying like basically, when I have my feelings about a situation, it doesn't really matter about my feelings in that situation unless your feelings and my feelings align. You get what I'm saying? So like I can say, yo, I don't like the way that you treated me, when I did X, Y, and Z. You'd be like, well, I don't feel that way. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. You know what I mean? But like that's not really what it is. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like you don't really appreciate them. And when it comes to them expressing themselves, like they kind of feel like I'm not gonna say it's pointless, but they kind of like they feel like it's over at this point. Like it's really not gonna come back together. This relationship is like, I put this time and this energy into it, but it ain't gonna become nothing. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the grudge. So it's like a little bit of a shame and a guilt. They feel like a victim. They feel like a victim. Now I don't see no compromise. I don't think they want to compromise. I don't think it's not really you. You got the emperor here too. So no, it's not a compromise. They don't feel like you're going to compromise. They feel like it's your way or no way. With the King of Cups reverse, they really feel like you're not emotionally receptive to them. You don't respond to them in the way that they would like you to respond. Like, you know what I mean? Like they try to get your attention. They try to like express themselves to you. They feel like you're kind of shy, or like you play naive, coy around them. You know what I mean? Like you don't really know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you play victim a lot, or you play like they've done you wrong. So a lot of y'all, they kind of feel like you play like they did you wrong, but they can't really tell, like, because you're not really expressing anything in a way that they can understand it. So that's the big issue for them. So a lot of y'all, they feel like you're not really ready for a commitment or ready for a relationship, not a mature relationship. They feel like you're just really focused on like your reputation, your public image, how you're viewed by other people, like wanting the validation of others. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like you could be very popular and you get a lot of attention. They feel like you get a lot of attention. That's why they kind of feel like it'd be a waste of time to even try to like invest in a connection with you. Cause it's like shit, you are used to this. You are used to flattery. You got a bunch of people around you flirting with you, trying to get your attention. They feel like big players, big bosses, big girls, big ladies, big women, or whoever, very popular, higher upper echelon women be at y'all, or be on your top, or be chasing y'all down, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I kind of feel like you're more focused on like career, being seen, getting that attention. That's it. That's it. Hot girl life. Maybe a hot girl life. Maybe hot guy life. Maybe. I kind of feel that way. They also kind of feel like you guys got you maybe expensive. Like you guys, like they. So some of y'all, I think they feel like you guys want them to move in, or you guys want to like share a household, or something like that. But they kind of feel like you'd be just using them, like just using them maybe for like if it's a woman, she feel like you would just be using her for like cooking, cleaning, like the woman role. And if it's a man, you kind of feel like you would just be like looking at him in that same light, like as like a father figure, somebody who's there to be like emotional reassurance and fix your problems and listen to you when you vent and when you complain. And maybe sometimes I look at this King of Cups as being a stepfather. Like you don't have no kids with this person, but like they invest into the relationship. Like these are my kids, you know what I mean? And they feel like you would use some type of situation like that to be able to take advantage of them, of their feelings and emotions. Like they feel like it would just be a waste. Maybe more so like investing into your household, or investing more into like what you're trying to build, and like that would leave them embarrassed in the end. You know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of like investing in your future, and you don't really care about my future. That's what they feel like. You know what I mean? So emotionally, they feel like you guys are selfish. If I'm really being honest. You know what I mean? You make them feel a little bashful for even expressing themselves. Like, why the fuck am I even? Why am I even telling you this shit? You don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. All right. So it could be a Cancer, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries. A little rather down with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini. Yeah. They remembered y'all, but they kind of feel like you guys are over them. Like you're over the situation. Y'all no longer want a connection, no longer want them around. You know what I mean? It's all that. You know what I mean? It could be projection. I'm quite sure some of that could be projection. And then and that might be also what they're trying to say though. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all be like, that's projection. That's just what they're on. That's their shit. And what I'm trying to say is that they're saying that when I'm expressing how I feel, you're telling me that I'm projecting. You're telling me that my feelings aren't real, or my feelings aren't valid, or you're telling me that I'm being a bitch, or you're telling me that I'm being moody, or you're telling me that that's not, you know what I mean? Like you're you know what I mean? So they kind of feel like you're you're not really confirming anything for them to be able to like feel safe enough to express anything of substance in the relationship. You get what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, let's see. Pisces. What are we talking about? Pisces. All right. So Pisces. What are their feelings about you right now? Damn. They see potential of it going somewhere, but then also they see it not going somewhere because some of y'all, they feel like you guys aren't attracted to them. All right. Could be an Aquarius. Could be a Leo. Could be an Aries. Could be a Taurus. So some of y'all, they want forgiveness and get your attention back on them again. So they feel like you guys to conform. They feel like you guys have like these strong rules, values, a system that you expect when it comes to relationships. Like you want to, they feel like you guys want to be like, they feel like y'all want people to kiss your ass. If I'm really being honest. They feel like you want them to kiss your ass and to do what you want them to do. Not like in a control way, but like in a right or wrong way. Like this is the way that it needs to be going. They also feel like you're very good at like communicating your message and saying stuff and hyping it up, making it so you're good at flattering them. You're good at like affirming what you would like them to do and try to reinforce them. That's what they feel. They feel like you reinforce what you would like them to do. So you'd be like, maybe you praise them a lot. Like you know how to get their attention. You know how to get their approval. You know how to like make them feel good. They feel like you know how to do that. But they feel like you're like skilled at it, at like creating the facade of creating relationships like this regularly. So they get discouraged a lot. They get discouraged because they feel like you're really just playing. Like you're really just playing them. That's what they really feel like. They really feel like you're just playing them. Like you put on this air or this act of being like upright, being traditional, knowing all the right stuff to do. Like you know how to play the role. You know how to play both roles, honestly, because a Hierophant is somebody who can play both roles. So they feel like you know how to play both roles. Like you know how to be the masculine, you know how to be the feminine. You know what I mean? So you know how to do both roles, and that because of that, they feel like you get a lot of romantic suitors or romantic options. So a lot of y'all, they think that you guys are flirting, or like dating around, being spoiled. You know what I mean? Like they kind of feel like you guys aren't really like looking to really settle down with the relationship. Like they can view you guys as marriage at this point with the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. They view you guys as like trophy, arm candy, somebody who they would marry, somebody who they'd be proud to have. But they really kind of feel like you guys are getting a lot of romantic suitors, a lot of romantic options. The Eight of Wands, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Empress in reverse, Seven of Cups. This all implies that you got options. Or at least they feel like you do, but they feel like they would be the best option and choice for you. Like I'd be the right pick. I'd be the right person. You know what I mean? So they really feel like you should conform to them or want to do the relationship in the way that they want to do it. They also kind of feel like you're rushing them or trying to like rush them into the relationship. So, but it's like really so for your selfish gain or for your selfish needs, because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like they feel like you want the relationship, but most of y'all, they feel like you want it out of jealousy. Or they feel like they want the relationship and they want it out of jealousy. They want to be able to possess you because they feel like you got a lot of other options, a lot of other choices. So this is somebody who wants to really show up as like a captor. Like I really want to like seize this opportunity so that nobody else can have you. So some of y'all, that's the case. Like they want to marry y'all, they want you to settle down and not get as much attention, not need that approval for other people, because they feel like a lot of people are flirting with y'all. A lot of people reach out to y'all. A lot of people like message y'all. A lot of people like have their eye on y'all. They feel like you guys get attention everywhere y'all go, or like a lot of people are interested in you in that light, so that it's not really hard for you to get a relationship. But they feel like you want a relationship in a way that allows you to put yourself first and allows you to kind of like come and go as you please or do whatever you want. So they really feel like you're selfish and self-motivated for the relationship. Like you try to use traditional values or use a certain like ideology to get them to conform and like to like, you know, and it's because you're attractive that some of y'all, they feel like you use your attractiveness or your feminine wiles. Even if you're a man, they feel like you use your attractiveness or your like seduction skills to like acquire opportunities, romantic opportunities, but you use them but you keep them in like in a selfish sense. Like you only use them because maybe they can take care of stuff that you need your day to day. Like because the Queen of Pentacles is usually in reverse. It's somebody who's looking for like somebody who's like a more motherly figure. So this would be like somebody who cooks, cleans, and like in a masculine way, this would be like somebody who like is very encouraging, will like take care of the responsibility, the day-to-day responsibility that you should probably be taking care of. They show up in that light. So if it's a masculine, it's a man that would like take care of the feminine stuff that they feel like you should do. Because it's just a hierophant. Start off as a hierophant. So this is somebody who feels like there's gender roles, or they feel like you adhere to gender roles, but only when it benefits you. That's what they're saying, because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So they feel like you're self-motivated, self-possessed. Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse, you're spoiled. You expect a lot. They feel like you expect a lot. You expect people to take care of you or take care of the stuff that you want. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe you want somebody to clean up after you. You want somebody to be a motherly figure or fatherly figure or pay your bills, take you on. I mean, I'm not gonna say take you on trips, but like they feel like you only want the relationship for like the wins, for the perks, for you. You know what I mean? Like you don't really want to be a parent. You don't really want to be like a nurturing figure in the relationship. You don't really want to like sacrifice for anybody else but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they really feel like, and they feel like it's because you're attractive. That's why they feel like you can act this way, because you're attractive. You know, and everybody else finds you to be attractive, and they feel like everybody, like you're always getting options or opportunities are always like abroad, or not abroad, but like a parent are always out there for you. So because of that, they feel like you just kind of like expect to be treated a certain way. Like normally I would say they see you as like down to earth, because they do see that, but like they feel like that's only when you want something. Now you can be relatable. Now you can be easy to get along with. Now you can be compliant. Now you can be submissive. Yeah, I just bought you a Birkin. Oh yeah, of course you can do that. Oh yeah, I just cook for you. Yeah, of course you can do that. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like that. Like you're selfish. It's only for you, for your gain. What you want, what I need. That's what they really feel like. And it's only because you're attractive. They feel like you rely on your attractiveness, or you rely on your status. So if you're like popular or like famous or just kind of known in that light, or have like a great job, career, and people know it, then they kind of feel like you rely on that. Like, oh yeah, that's why you're attractive, or that's why you get the attention, or that's why people are reaching out. Because like some of y'all are famous, yeah. Some of y'all maybe have a great job, or some of y'all are just kind of like known in a light like that, and people just find you to be attractive, and like conventionally attractive too with the hierophant. Some of y'all are just conventionally attractive, so they kind of feel like yeah, you just be getting that. Like you get those romantic options and those opportunities, but like they're not going to be around for long. Like these are just people who put on the facade of wanting a relationship with you so they can get something from you. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they even kind of feel like trapping y'all. If I'm really being honest, with the Sag, with this Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and this Empress in reverse, Seven of Cups, some of y'all kind of feel like they envision trapping y'all, dreaming up like they think of these like scenarios of where they can like make you not feel good enough to leave them. They kind of want you to like be down bad in a way, like where you would need them, like so that way you have to like depend on them. They want you to depend on them. That's what they really want, you know. So they could be frustrated if you don't. Like if you're trying to build up stability or security without them, they don't like that. They're frustrated about that. Like you trying to be single, or you trying to get away from me. Oh, you want to be able to take care of yourself, because there's somebody who's depending on you for like their worth, for their value, depending on you to like for reassurance. They feel like you need a lot of reassurance, but like this is somebody who wants your reassurance too. So like this is out of bitterness. They're kind of bitter. They're bitter. They're a bitter Betty or a bitter Bobby. A little bit bitter there. I will say that. A little bitter there. You know, I mean, you ever seen the bitter beer taste? The bitter beer face? That's a tongue twister. It's like it's a face that's like it's bitter. So they kind of feel like a little bit bitter about y'all, and the choices and opportunities that you guys are having in romance. Like they feel like a lot of people are interested in y'all. And that's why you're acting the way you're acting. Spoiled, entitled, lazy, not really looking to invest into any relationships. Oh, I know my worth, man or woman. They feel like, oh, you know your worth. This is the right way, the wrong way to do stuff. Gender role, you know what I mean? But only when it works for you, you know what I mean? So like if you're a man, oh, she needs to cook, she needs to clean, she needs to be submissive, but like you're not a full-time provider. You know what I mean? If you're a woman, oh, he needs to pay my bills and all that, but you don't really cook. You're not like the greatest parent figure. You don't really want to have the kids. You may not want to have kids. You know what I mean? You're not the type to spoil a man, because a man don't need to be spoiled. You may be one of them in their mind. You may not be, but in their mind, that's how they're viewing you. They're viewing you as hiding behind traditions, but using it to your advantage. So, all right. So, or some of y'all, they want you to be traditional. Like if you're not really into traditional, they want you to be traditional. Settle down, get married, have kids. Let me take care of you. Let me spoil you. Some of y'all, they want that, but that's just them talking shit. I'm telling it to you. They're just talking shit with this the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is illusions of grandeur. I sell you on a dream with the Knight of Wands. I'm just passionate about you. You just sexy as fuck. Or you're just popular as fuck. And I'm just trying to knock you down. God damn. Get naked. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? If that's the case for some of y'all, it kind of gives that vibe. Like, you know what I mean? But they put on the appearance of like being like doing the right thing, doing the socially acceptable thing just to get your approval. But like, they're not going to stay around for long. So even if they are trying to pay for stuff, taking care of stuff, that should be your indicator that it's not going to last long. Because it's not. They're here for the experience. The Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands, I'm here for the experience. And I'm willing to tell you whatever you need to hear because you fine as fuck. I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. So anyway, Sag, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, Sag, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Leo. All right. So thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank y'all for the support. Hey, we got 182 likes. Can I get 18 more before you get up out of here? 200 likes is a thrill. I definitely would appreciate y'all. Yeah, I think we are. But you know what? I don't think we're really screwed. I think for real, what happens is over time, like if I think this is the thing. This is what it's just a theory in my mind though. And I haven't really like put it into action, but this is what I've been thinking. Because what was going on with relationships, what really worked best in relationships is meeting people through friends and through common acquaintances or through common interest. But also what can also help is like building bonds by communicating often and having uncomfortable conversations, having the kinds of conversations that could possibly end a relationship. So like be critical of each other, but in a way where after you've gotten it out, not like critical, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't tell them that his meat's small. Don't tell her that her wig stink. You know what I mean? Don't tell her that her fucking eyebrows look stupid. Don't say that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we got to do a lot more talking with each other. Like a lot more talking to the point where we can kind of see each other as humans. Because one day I was just joking around with my cousins. We were in a group chat and we were saying something and it made me realize that a lot of times we don't see each other as people. We see each other as an idea of what we imagine them to be, how we think they should show up. And we don't really take into consideration where they are at in life in the moment. You know what I mean? Like one day I was talking to this girl and well, let me go back to what I was talking about with my cousin. And what my cousin was saying was like, he was like, yeah, it starts off good. And then one day I realized like, damn. And this is the word he says, damn, this bitch is a real person. Because he had a fantasy about who she would be. You get what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, she's a real person. Oh, damn. So like those imperfections start showing up. And now what I imagine her to be like or what I imagine it to feel like is not that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it be a lot of times. We have these fantasies or these illusions about what relationships would be without really getting to know each other. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's just based on attraction. We see you, we're like, ooh, you super fine. Ooh, she's pretty. Ooh, he's handsome. Ooh, he got money. Ooh, he got status. Ooh, he got clout. Ooh, this, that. All those good things. And we don't even know this person from a can of paint. Even if we've been with them for a while, they just make me look good. They just look good. They look good on my arm. They take me to, you know what I mean, fucking Mr. Childs or wherever. They take me wherever. They take me, you know what I mean, all the fancy places, Four Seasons. And they take me to Bermuda. They take me wherever, you know what I mean? Or they do this, that, and the third for me. They make me feel so good. All these things are just like, these are superficial things that we just kind of like imagine to be part of a relationship. You know, there's like 8 different types of relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, there's 8 different types of love. I was just telling Majesty about it. I've been telling other people that this week. 8 types of love. A lot of what we consider to be real love is pragma. And pragma takes time. It's only 2 pillars to it, which is trust and security. That's the love that everybody considers to be real love. Trust and security. And it has nothing to do with sex appeal. It has nothing to do with trips and gifts, because that does not ensure security or trust. Me buying you a car does not mean that you trust me. Me taking you to Abu Dhabi or fucking wherever, Bora Bora, does not mean that you trust me. Does not mean that I trust you. You know what I mean? It doesn't even mean that I would be there for you in the long run. That's not pragma. Pragma was what everybody considers to be real love. That's considered to be ludus love, more playful, dates, romance. That's ludus. That's not real pragma. It's not long-term relationship material, what you're looking for. It's more for fun, romance, fun. You know what I mean? I'm here for a little time, not a long time. You know what I mean? Eros is a form of love too. That's that lusty love. That's a love too. You can love somebody at first sight because they be fine as fuck. You're like, God damn, I love her, and you don't even know her. You know what I mean? Or know him. You know what I'm saying? Those are real loves. You know what I mean? But anyway, if you're looking for pragma, you got to get to know people over the course of time. You don't just build trust like that overnight. It takes time. So it's on y'all. It's on all of us actually to talk these things out and to be patient with people. Because I keep going back to this reading I did. It's what would a relationship be with them like? It was terrible at first. I forgot what pile it was, but one of those piles, it was terrible. It started off terrible, and then over time they got to know each other and it got better. And then it was like smooth sailing. But it's only because they weren't having uncomfortable conversations, most likely. They were just saying what needed to be said, and when things got hard, they was like, "All right, I'm out of here," because there are other people that may like me. I don't have to put up with this shit. I know my worth, man and woman. We always say that. I know my worth. I don't gotta put up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we just drop this person and go start the same pattern up elsewhere. Same shit, different day, all over again. Because we don't want to have to like internalize maybe failure, our shortcomings. We don't want to have to look at our own shortcomings. Because I know I'll be having them. And sometimes when you call them out, I'm like, bitch, you lying. I am perfect. That is not me. That's you. I'm perfect. None of that stuff you just said even matters. You know what I mean? I'm sure sometimes y'all be feeling that same way too. Like, yeah, I'm perfect. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. So many men would love to be with me. I'm sure they would. Let them have you then. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the little rant, because that was pretty good. I enjoy a good rant from time to time. You know what I mean? A good curse word and all that good shit. I enjoy that. Anyway, y'all have a great night. I'm not even tired. I fell asleep earlier. I took a nap somehow. It was an unintentional nap too. I was chilling. I was on my phone. I think maybe I was smoking. I was watching Vikings. And I think that's what put me down for a second. Because I was working on some content. I was smoking. I was watching Vikings. I was multitasking. And then I just fell asleep. And then I had to drop my daughter off. And then I was up and I was dazed. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why am I taking these naps? What the fuck is happening? So anyway, y'all, I'm finna get loose. I don't know what I'm about to do. I guess I'm about to watch a little Netflix until Netflix watch me. All right, I'm gone. Hey, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, though. I'll see y'all in the morning. I'll holler. Maybe not as like on time, because for some reason it feels like a weekend and it's really only Thursday. Oh, it's for July 4th tomorrow. I don't know. All right, well, anyway, I'm gone.